All right, man. Let's talk about David Morrell. I did catch that fight last night. I was just, the way the fight went on last night. It was like the co-feature of one of the Maloney brothers took care of my man from the Philippines. They said Pacquiao was supposed to be there. I didn't see him, but yeah, well, he like I think Maloney knocked him out like in a few rounds if my memory not served correctly. He knocked him out quick. And then, right before that, I believe, or during that, Morrell, right before that, I think, right, kind of lap maybe a little bit. Morrell got pretty much just beating on Henderson last night. And we gonna talk about is he ready for Benavidez, Canelo, Billy Joe supposed to be making a return, Caleb Plant supposed to be returning, Anthony Durrell. I don't want to forget nobody. The top dogs at 168. Historically 168 used to be a European division. That's why Marvin Hagler didn't feel the need to jump up there. Y'all know Hagler went over there. And he got robbed of his first title shot. He got a draw. He did come back and beat the hell out of old boy. But that's probably one of the reasons he never jumped up. But that's pretty much it. And but David Morrell had to fight somebody who hit back. I think this was his seventh fight. And it's just looking like he fighting a punching bag. Now, I pointed out in one of his pictures in his previous fight before this that he was with Ronnie Shields. So, yeah, he gonna have to fight somebody that hit back, bro. And want somebody that punch back, he's a big dude, 6'1", 78.5-inch arms. He talking real greasy for Benavidez, but 7 fights, 6 knockouts. I'm not sure, he ready, because one thing about Benavidez, he gonna hit him back. And he needs to be in there with somebody that's gonna hit him back. But Henderson was just basically a punching bag. He's basically somebody built up with a padded record, to be honest. And I hadn't even looked at it yet, but we about to round it off. 0-1, started from the beginning. 2-0-0, 0-3, 2-12, 1-8-1, 4-0-0, 10-11, 17-24, 9-50-6. You heard that right. 9 wins, 50 losses, 6 draws. He fought Billy Cunningham, 7 wins, 29 losses, 1 draw. 11-1-0, 13-6-1, 7-1-0. Debut. 5-0, 15-0-0, 5-0-0, 9-5. So he just fought a dude 9-5 before this fight. And about 4 fights before this fight, he fought a dude that's making his debut. So how in the hell was this Henderson dude? I ain't hating on the brother, nothing like that. But how is this Henderson dude ranked in the top 10 of the WBA? I don't know. There's no disrespect to him. Shout out to he from Fort Worth, Texas. He fighting out of Fayetteville, Arkansas now. He got some good size on him. His nickname is Hot Sauce. 6-0, 73-inch arm. So he didn't belong in there with him. And no offense to Lantez Fox, it seemed like he had something going on in his career where he was kind of saying something after the fight. So the records that he fight is not bad. Debut was 2-6 in the Armory. He went down there to DMV, to the National Harbor, at 15-6-2, 22-0-1, 26-3-1, 12-0-0, 28-2, 15-1-1. So at this point, it's time to stop. I mean, really ain't nothing to talk about. He just beat on old boy. The old boy didn't have no mustard on his shots. He looked outgunned. He looked like a regional fighter from the South that was put up against a story Olympian. And this is the story of his fight. He just be beating on people to the day in submission. So, I mean, I know he only got 7 fights, but damn, if you want to fight Benavidez, then they got to get somebody else in the ring with him. And when he get hit, it's going to be the key. When he get hit, it's going to be the key, bro. That was like, bro, he just beat on him. He just beat on him. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. He just beat on him. He just, walked him down, didn't have to move his head off the line. Old boy didn't have no stank on his punches, and he went to work like it's tool time. So, yeah, I mean, that's the play. He tried to punch with him, and This was a top fighter, and this was a guy that's just a probably a regional Southern fighter that needed to pay that. They got an opportunity. Nowhere near the skill set of him, bro. You got amateurs that'll give him a better run in there right now with no pro experience than old boy did. But he doing what he supposed to do. He only got 7 fights. So in your first like 10, they supposed to be like this. Yup. So on your first 10, it's supposed to look like this. So no doubt about it. But he want to step it up, but it's gonna be hard for him to get the names. It's gonna be hard for him to get the names in the ring. And that's the honest truth. It's gonna be hard for him to get the names in the ring. You know, unless Al Heyman gonna overpay a little bit. You know, and that's the truth. It's gonna be hard for him to get them names in the ring. But you know, like I said before, you can see the talent. But we've seen talent on the surface. What happened when he got to dig deep? What happened? Somebody punch him in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be able to deliver? What happened when he get pushed back and he gonna be able to box? And most people will assume he Cuban, that he should, but we gotta know. What's that song about, Joe? I wanna know what turns you on. So you know what I'm saying? So they want to throw him in there with Benavidez right away. Shit, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Trick or treat, baby. Trick or treat. They want to throw him in there with Benavidez. Oh, shit, I watch. But as far as you know, where he at in the ranking systems, where he at with the ranking systems, bro? You know, you look and say, well, you know, what's the path? I would like to see him back in August. But if you're gonna queue up a good opponent, I mean, you know, get Rocky Fielding over here. You know, Devin Nicholson will be a step in the right direction. Yeah, Shane Mosley Jr. ranked at 68 too. Jesse Hart. I know John Ryder ain't really trying, but he ain't doing shit. John Ryder, Danny Jacobs, Fedor Shuvanov. Those should be guys that's in the mix. Maybe even David Lemieux again. Make him an unofficial PBC fighter. So them should be the dudes. Nicholson, Fielding, Rocky Fielding, John Ryder, David Lemieux. Those should be some of the dudes that, you know, he should be looking to bang with. Zach Parker. So yeah, those should be the dudes that he looking to thump with. Either if it's Adios, Yaberskinny, whatever his name is, which he's number 1 now in the WBA. Because Canelo ain't fighting him for what? He's from Kazakhstan. 16-0, no losses, no draws, 11 cold-blooded knockouts. Got to make it sound good. Just knocked out Lennox Allen. I believe somebody on David Morrell already fought Lennox Allen. I thought he did. Maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, he did. And David Morrell went the distance with him. Yeah, David Morrell went the distance with David Allen. It was his second professional fight. It was like it was at a catchweight though. And this kid stopped him. You know, around a year later, he stopped him in 10 rounds. So yeah, he stopped him. So yeah, he's from Jamaica, Ghana. Yeah, he stopped him. So might be a scintillating matchup. He might be looking, but as far as he ready for Benavidez, you know, I don't think he got the names on his resume. And we don't know enough, but obviously he on the fast track and he beating the competition. He looked like he might be legitimately be the age that he say he is, which is 24. So he might be 24 years old. So I mean, ain't no point to rushing it, but you've been talking greasy, and you know, if David Lemieux don't get nobody else that can oblige him, why not? But I like to see him take about 4 or 5 more fights and see where he at with a couple guys I said I named on that list. You know, so you know, but I mean, yeah, we used to beating. I mean, if he ready for David Benavidez, so be it. Let's make it. You got to pay for what you talking. And I just think Benavidez might be too seasoned on the pro level. But like I said before, I want to see what he look like when he get hit back. I want to see what he look like when he get hit back. No. And that's just it. And fighting Benavidez, you gonna know what it look like when he get hit back. Can he be on his back foot? I think he can, but you can't go from Kalvin Henderson to fighting David Benavidez. You know. But if he think he ready. So who am I to say he ain't? So I love to see it. Let me know what you girls and guys think about it. Check out the Fire Review playlist. Pretty much, you go take a bag of ice, break it on the ground, break it on your kitchen floor, break it up, then pour it into the cooler, whatever, pour it into your ice maker, whatever you're doing it, ice bin, whatever. That's what was David Morrell versus Kalvin Henderson, and Morrell got the work done in 4. It was his third. Well, he been 12 with Lennox Allen, so he went 12 his third professional fight. So if he ready for Benavidez, shit, who am I to deny him? Let's get it popping. So he training with Ronnie Shields. They ain't been training with Ronnie Shields for a couple fights now, but I'm not sure. But I seen another picture of him and Ronnie Shields, and Ronnie Shields picked him up last night. So one of my dudes from Philly said he probably be beating the hell out of Charlo in sparring. I was just laughing last night at that. But hey, check the Fire Reaction playlist. You ready for Benavidez? Let's get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez can't go back out there versus no more Dave Lemieux. If it ain't Plant, if it ain't Saunders, if it ain't Canelo, if it ain't Jamal, somebody like that, then he got to go see him, in my opinion. No derails, no more derails, no more none of that. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notification. We go live, drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Other than that, man, hit my link tree up. It's the first link in the description. Twitch, Twitter, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Anchor, Spotify, the whole 9, wherever I'm producing comments on or having a little fun that you can find in the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time.